Is the target playoffs this season? Welcome back to Where the Superhoops Talk with myself, Luke, and today we've got Michael and Jared talking all things QPR, including this week's A to Z and tweet of the week. Michael, a great victory on Saturday.
Yeah, I know. It's good. 3 wins out of 4. Back to scoring ways again. And yeah, it was a dominant game by us. You looked at the way West Brom performed compared to last season when they came and beat us 3-1. They were sloppy in possession. Defensively, they looked really weak. Obviously, with the goals we scored, and yeah, it was a comfortable victory, and it's just what we needed going into the next game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, West Brom they're not having the greatest of seasons, but they're always a tough team to play, aren't they, Jared? I see the optimism is back. So was it a game that you enjoyed?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But when it got back to 2-1, I would have been so angry if we had thrown it away because we were dominant. We had a brilliant chance for Burrell at 2-1, I think it was, or 2-0 maybe. So yeah, it was enjoyable. I think we attacked really well. The front two looked like they were back to kind of being a good combination. Kone was outstanding, I thought, and I actually think, even though he didn't score, it was one of his best performances for us. I think he looked sharper. I think he looked fitter. I think the manager, I criticised him last week for not bringing him on at Norwich, but actually, I think that full kind of rest from any first team games has done him the world of good. So, yeah, I think it's the second home game in a row that we've scored 3 goals as well. So, yeah, it was a really good performance. Like Michael said, it's the poorest West Brom side I've seen at QPR for some time, and yeah, I'm not sure that manager's going to last much longer there, to be honest.
Sure what will be the future of Ryan Mason, but it's with that being said, though, it's still a very great performance from QPR and back amongst the goals. Michael, it's good. I mean, we've said quite like all season really that the strongest part of the QPR setup and team is the front line, and it's good to be scoring goals for fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, like Jared was saying, Kone got 2 assists yesterday. He was relentless, running rings around the West Brom defence. He's too physical, and I think when you play him to his strengths and Kone and Burrell to his strengths, we've got a formidable attack. And one of them's great in positioning, great at getting in behind, poaching goals in like Burrell, and Kone's hold-up play. And now there's a little bit more to his game as well than sort of what first met the eye when he first joined.
Yeah, that's some good points. You obviously mentioned Burrell there. It feels like we talk about the geezer every week, don't we? But he's someone we have to. He keeps scoring, so we got to talk about him. We give the plaudits, give him his flowers. He's performing well, isn't he, Jared? And he probably should have had a hat trick at the weekend.
Yeah, the easiest chance maybe. He had so much time to kind of just bring it down, walk it into the goal, but he seems to be in the right place at the right time, and I think that's not luck, is it? Like a striker knows where they should be. He follows in all the time. I think he scored 2 or 3 rebound goals in the last few weeks. His work rate off the ball is phenomenal, and I think he's the first QPR player to score more than 8 goals in a season since 21-22, and we're December the 8th, aren't we? So yeah, it shows how bad our forwards have been for the last 3 or 4 years. But also, I think he's 1 goal off the top scorer in the league as well. So you would have put it past him this week, sort of being the top scorer in the league. And I don't think anybody expected it. I think it was one of those signings. There was no link beforehand. There was no rumours about him. No one had heard of him, and it literally came out of the blue. And everyone was like, "Okay, this is kind of what QPR used to do. Let's give him a chance." But he's definitely surpassed everyone's expectations. And yeah, the fear is if he carries on, there's going to be clubs looking at him because goal scorers are the hardest ones to find, aren't they? So
yeah,
I think he's the top scorer in the EFL this calendar year as well. So
yeah,
he's had quite a year. So
yeah. Well, it shows that he's getting better and better to obviously to be doing it in the Championship. It's striking. It's one of them positions, isn't it? It's all based on confidence, and you can tell when he's in front of goal at the moment, he doesn't overthink it. It's 1-2 touches and it's in the back of the net. He's impressed me a lot this season, and people who watch this show know that I'm a fan of Kone as well. So I think the both of them having them both up top is really great partnership. And with that great partnership, Michael, what are we thinking? What is the target this season? I want to know what your target was at the start of the season and your target now. Is playoffs? Can we mention the word? Can we mention the P word? Is it playoffs? Is it possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I think it has to be. It's an ambition, obviously, of the club in the next couple of years to get there. But at the moment, we're 2 points off. It's not unrealistic to say that we finish in the top 6. If we keep the form, winning 3 out of 4 games, like for the next few months, we can do it. But obviously, coming up, you've got AFCON, you've got Kone going away, and obviously, if Burrell takes a knock, then we're back to Frey up front, and then going forward, we look a bit scarce. So I don't want to tempt fate, but I think if we're gonna be optimistic and look at the way we're playing at the moment, defensively we look solid, and then obviously going forward, we could take on any defence in the league, I think.
Michael, you're normally the optimistic one. I'm a bit worried now. So after that reply. Playoffs, Jared. I mean, at the start of the season, it probably might have not been something that was on the fans' thoughts and thinking that it could be something that's achievable. But it's a crazy league this year. Everyone's beating everybody. There's not much in it, is there? Really, between the first, the top 15, if you like. So anything can happen if you're there and amongst it come February, March time. You got to favour. You got to think that has to be the aim.
Yeah, I think the 2 strikers are going to be key. I always feel in this league, if you've got players that can score goals, you're in with a chance in any game. And I think over the years we've not really had that. Maybe since Charlie Austin, even in his second spell, he was the one that you felt if he got a chance he could score. We've not had anyone like that. The squad depth, I think, is close to being really, really strong. I think the thing that holds me back from saying we're going to be a top 6 side is Ilias Chair picked up an injury on Saturday, and we're kind of waiting with bated breath to see how serious that is. It was a knee injury, I think, and there was no one near him at the time, and you always kind of fear that maybe it's a bad one. So I think if that's not a long-term one and he's out for maybe a week or 2, that's fine. The other thing that concerns me about us is our most important defenders, Norrington Davis and Clark Salter. They still have to have their minutes managed. So we're not going to get 3 games out of them this week. And I think Clark Salter is so good that the drop off from him to Cook or him to Benge or him to Morrison is quite a big drop off. And the same at left back from Norrington Davis to Field or Escudinha. I think if we can manage those 2 and pick up points, I think we're in with a chance. And I think maybe that's the position that in January he might look at a left back just to cover. And that's if Norrington Davis stays with us. Actually, I met him after the game and said, "Are you going to stay?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm really happy here. I love it." And I was like, "Sheffield United have picked up form. They don't really need you anymore, do they? Like, you could stay. You could stay." So yeah, that'd be an interesting one because I'm not quite sure how that's going to end up. But I think with Chair being out, if he's out, I think it's a great opportunity for Poku to actually come in and play. We've seen him for about 65 minutes all season, and he was the summer signing that everyone was most excited about. So if he can get some minutes, then the Chair injury might not hit us as badly as it has done in previous seasons.
Yeah, I'd like to think you've got quite a good depth within the front forward line. Anyway, you pick up some injuries. You've got, like you said, Poku, Dembele. You've got players that can sort of come in. Do you think though, Michael, if you have a really strong, let's say you have a really strong December and sitting amongst it come January, do you think the owners, do you think the board will put in a little bit of money to try and bring some players in to really try and give yourselves a real good chance of finishing in the playoff positions?
Yeah, I think they will. I think we will be sensible with our spending, but we'll have players already that we're looking at abroad, no doubt, who maybe we're waiting for summer. But I think if the price is right, bringing in a new left back like Jared was saying, obviously Nardi had a great game on Saturday, but I think looking at bringing in a new goalkeeper, because obviously he seems to be out of favour with our manager. So bringing a new goalkeeper, a new left back, potentially a younger striker if Colley stays injured for a while. But yeah, I mean, that would be the dream window. People are saying about Ronnie Edwards as well coming back. But yeah, that would be the dream. But I think we will invest if the money's right. Obviously, Edwards is still out of favour at Southampton, so I can see us maybe trying to get him on the cheap. But you never know with QPR.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Something else that came about literally 20 minutes before, 30 minutes before we come on board to start recording is the FA Cup third round draw. And Jared, you fancy a little cup run? Obviously, it's a big draw, that a London derby against West Ham. What are we thinking from that? Do you think you got a chance to go through?
Yeah, I sat with my son watching it, and I made a deal with him. Whoever we got, whoever it was, we would go to the game. And he was like, oh, "I'd love to go to Newcastle." And I was like, "Oh." Thinking if we got Blackburn away, I would have had to have found a really good excuse not to go. But
especially as that game would probably get called off anyway.
Called off after half an hour, yeah. But I think it's a really good draw for us. I think the allocation could be north of 8,000, which I'm sure we would sell out easily. We've not played them for a few years. We've not had a game at the Olympic Stadium, and yeah, I think everyone is just praying that we go there when we put out a strong team and we give it a go, because we drew Leicester last season, went there with a makeshift side, played Plymouth in the League Cup this season with a bunch of 17-year-olds playing. So I think if we went there and gave it a good go, then who knows? They're probably in a position where they need to rest players for the league, especially if they have a bad Christmas. So I think it's a brilliant draw. And yeah, expecting a big away allocation. So yeah, really happy with it.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Michael? Are you looking forward to the FA Cup? What does the FA Cup mean to you, Michael? Is it a trophy that you look at and think, "Oh, I'd love a cup run"?
Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, I think being a QPR fan every year, you hope that, but then you get knocked out, obviously, in the first round. So getting West Ham is, I was buzzing, to be honest. I can't wait to go when we go away to play them. I think they gave Bristol City 10,000 last year, my mate was saying. So I mean, it's going to be a great day out, nonetheless. But it's a winnable game. West Ham struggle against Championship sides, and like Gerald was saying, they're going to have to rotate if they want to survive the league this season. And I think that will be more important for them, obviously, than a cup run. And I think we can nick the win, hopefully, and that'll be great.
Yeah,
10,000 QPR fans around Stratford after. Brilliant.
It's the Westfield Derby, isn't it? The Westfield Derby is being billed as
the Westfield Derby.
Westfield Derby, yeah. Who's got the better Westfield?
That's the fun now for that weekend then.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on to this week. So this week, obviously, it's like the Championship games come thick and fast, and the next up, Jared, is Birmingham at home. What we're expecting from the game, and what is your score predictions, mate?
Their away form is as bad as West Brom, I think. I think they've got the fourth worst away record in the league. Again, I think it depends. If he can put out his strongest team again, I think we'd feel confident in winning. I've got a little personal vendetta against Birmingham. We played them a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago. We were 4-0 down. We got back to 4-1 just before half time. Got back to 4-2. Got back to 4-3. Got a penalty in the last minute to make it 4-4, and we missed. And I think that still scars me now. So I still feel we owe them one from that game. So yeah, I think again, if everyone's fit, if we play the strongest team, then I think it could be another 3-1 win.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that's optimistic for me.
I think fell off my chair, mate. What about you, Michael? What are you thinking? Birmingham, like Jared said, it's definitely a winnable game.
Yeah, I think we'll win that game. I think the aim is really to keep a clean sheet. If we stay solid in defence, we'll no doubt score goals against them. But yeah, like Jared was saying, that game from a few years ago, when Lee Camp celebrated in front of the loft, definitely still haunts me. But yeah, I can see us coming away with all 3 points tomorrow.
Nice one. What scoreline are you looking in?
2-0.
2-0 clean sheet as well. Very nice. Very nice. Michael, I'm going to go back to you for the next game, which is Borough away. A bit of a trickier fixture. They had a really strong start. Then obviously the situation with their manager and a changeover there. But they had a great result of the weekend. I think they're definitely a team that are in form. I would say. What are you expecting from the game? What's your score predictions?
Yeah, it'll be a tough game going up there, but I think we can. I think on our day, if we set out right and we defend against Whittaker well, and we don't let them play the type of football that they want to play, we could come back with a point. And to be honest, with QPR, with the way we play, we'll probably end up losing on Tuesday and coming away with 3 points on Saturday against Middlesbrough, because that is just something that we'll do. But yeah, I think I'll take a point away against Middlesbrough. But yeah, I probably see maybe a 1-1 draw, but they might nick it.
Yeah. I think a big thing, Jared, when playing Borough, what I've seen so far this season is the midfield battle with the likes of Hayden Hackney, etc. If you can sort of get control of the middle of the park, I think that's a way to really control and hurt Borough. What are you expecting, mate? What's your score prediction?
I think it's one of those really tough games. I think if we win on Tuesday night, then I think it takes a lot of pressure after, and the players will kind of not be happy with 6 points from 3 games. But the manager said if you carry on that way, you're going to be up there. So I think it'll be tough. I think maybe a very narrow 2-1 defeat, maybe. But yeah, we're capable of going there and scoring goals. So
I thought you were going to say 2-1 win then, but it's fine. We're back down to earth, are we, Jared? We're back down to reality.
That roller coaster's got to keep on going.
Very true. Very true. Right, I mean, I think that'd be a good return, wouldn't it? A good week. Let's say 4 points. I think that's a healthy return from them 2 games. Right, we're now on to our A to Z feature. We are up to the letter I. So, Michael, who or what is your letter I for QPR?
My letter I for this week is international players. And I think obviously it's testament to our recruitment over the last few years. We've got now a squad with international players in it. Obviously, Kone going away with Ivory Coast for AFCON. He'll be a big miss if he gets called up. Well, he's called up. But yeah, he'll be a big miss. Like I was saying, if Burrell keeps on firing, we'll be all right. But I don't want to be stuck with Frey up top. But we've obviously got the 2 Jamaica boys in Hayden and Burrell. So they'll be my second team when going into the World Cup next year. Keeping an eye on them. But yeah, I think Sato as well getting called up for the Japanese team, and I think it's testament to our recruitment. Obviously, people have their opinions on our new scouting process, looking at statistical based results from foreign leagues, but it seems to be working. We've got a good squad now. With like the likes of Sato, international players breaking through, young international players as well, and yeah, I think it's testament to the sort of team we have at the moment.
Yeah,
I think one of the young players that the club are most excited about is Tylon Smith as well, who's just flown off to AFCON with South Africa as well. He's not played in the first team apart from the Plymouth game, I don't think, but he was nominated in the top 3 young African players of the year as well. And he's received his first call up to the main squad now. So I think he's one in a year or two's time that's going to be really big at QPR.
Yeah, I think it's important to have the international players. I think the championship's just getting stronger every single season. You look amongst the clubs at the moment, and year on year, there's more internationals within the league, and I think it says a lot about the club, doesn't it? That they're looking for the high caliber players that can sort of have the experience of playing in World Cups and European competitions and AFCON, etc. It's definitely definitely says a lot about the club. Jared, what about you, mate? What is your letter I for QPR?
So I had a long think about it. I could have gone for Tony Ingham, who's the record appearance holder at QPR, over 500 appearances. I doubt that will ever be broken again, to be honest. But I've gone for a player that I absolutely loved growing up in Andy Impey. He was a right winger. You had Trevor Sinclair on one side, Andy Impey on the other side, and he was outstanding. His crossing ability was superb. he received an England call up when he was at QPR. Actually, ended up going to West Ham as well. But he was a proper old school winger. Like, get the ball, beat his man, whip it in for Ferdinand or Dicio. And I used to love watching him. He also had this kind of nasty side. I think he got sent off once at home against Barnsley for just giving their left back a smack around the face. So yeah, he was a proper hero for me growing up, and he's at the club still as a under-23 coach as well. He's been there quite a few years now, so it's always good to have people at the club that know the club, have that identity, if you like. I think QPR signed him from Yeading. I think it might have been the one that we picked up for nothing from non-league, who went on to get an England call up. I don't think he ever got a cap though, but yeah, it was the only player beginning with I that I could think of in my life.
I like that one. Like I said, it's important to have players that know the club inside out within the club. So yeah, that's a good shout. Right, we're on to our final feature, which is tweet of the week. And our final feature is actually what we've kind of already spoke about beforehand. It's a tweet from a QPR fan saying, "Playoffs, ... I want a straight yes or no answer from you both. Michael, playoffs come the end of the season, yes or no?"
Yes.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Jared,
keep the balance.
Or no?
Booked my hotel for Wembley, so it's got to be a yes. Why not? I think everyone at the club needs to be aiming for that, and I think in January we'll have a really clear picture if we're going to be good enough. But why not?
Oh, that's brilliant, boys. That's made my night. That has. I'm glad. That's optimism. I like it. Thank you very much, boys. This, like I said, let's hope for another great week. And as we alluded to last week, it is a roller coaster being a QPR fan. So yeah, you got to enjoy it.
We'll lose against Birmingham now.
Yeah.
After all this.
Hopefully not. Thank you everybody for watching at home. Please like and subscribe and get involved in the comments below, talking all things QPR.